else could want to do something to me behind what she said. That's how bad it was. Somebody else that don't care about context will hear that shit and be like, what? And try and unalive me. That's
I
how
get
bad that shit
that.
was.
I get that. I understand.
That's why I said for a motherfucker to actually even like allow that line to allow you the opportunity to speak for, and it's not even for her, it's more so for the people that are hearing me, you know what I'm saying, that's trying to say that I'm biased, to even give you the opportunity and being fair enough to get your side of the story to even be heard. The fuck could I be biased?
I understand, but at the end of the day, don't worry about what the commenters say. Them guys gonna have their opinion regardless, but you wasn't biased. I personally thought that the portions that I seen, but I went to sleep, so I didn't see all of it. The portion that I seen was the last half of what's that guy name? The last half of the guy, and then most of what AP said. And I fell asleep right around when AP was about to get out the box because he wanted to come back in or something to that effect. Okay. So that's what I seen. I thought it was fair. But my emotions ain't attached or tied to any of this nonsense. I'm like, at this point, I can critically think and look through and be logical about the situation. Yes, I understand people can take things out of because I get called by Blaze, me and you are both called predators on a daily basis by him. And yes, I know that somebody could think, yes, I know. And that's the stuff that I be thinking about. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Anybody that would have proximity to me or you, they know us. And they know that we ain't doing that. Because if you really look at my background or your background, particularly me, you won't ever see nothing like that in my background because I never did anything like that to be called no predator. But yes, I understand it makes you angry. And I understand that it hurts you and demean you as a human being. But at the same time, whatever you said to her may have given her the same emotions. So that's the thing. Like, please,
Nah,
y'all.
I'm not even bringing it towards AP right now. Really, I would just let people get context of, like, do you understand how big of a person I had to be to even allow you to be able
Her
to
back in your space after saying something that egregious about you. Yes, I get it and I understand.
So for a motherfucker to say that I was biased, that's why I'm like, y'all don't even know why. Y'all don't even know why I don't got no issue with you. I ain't finna start no campaigns on dragging you. Know what I'm saying? None of that. But I ain't, for me to even allow, for what you saw last night was me being a very big person. A very big person. At the same time, while motherfuckers like to say that I be drunk, I was drunk as fuck too. I could have went off.
How you gonna say they be saying you be drunk and then you sit
Nah,
there
because
and
they trying to
drunk?
they try to say anytime I get drunk.
That was the whole conversation where I said, though, you had said shut the fuck up to me. So the disrespect, it was not just even that one comment. It was the whole energy and the conversation of us going back and forth in that panel. That wasn't the first things that we had said to each other. It got to that point.
I ain't gonna lie to you, AP. All the shit that you could have said back to me, I promise you, we would have swept that shit under the rug. Cause we done had disputes before. We done had spats before. All the shit that you could have said, all the shit that you said to me before anything other than that, man, I would have looked at that shit, laughed it off, and would have seen you back in the streets and said, "Hey, AP." But after that, after you go there, like, nah, it ain't.
Well, let's talk about that, Slim. I get that. Okay, I get that. All right. After we go there, it's done and it's done. I get it. Up and stuck. So what I'm saying, though, is let's talk about that, though, because you got to understand that I'm still learning you even at that time. I don't know what we can come back from. You can't sit there and say we could have just easily snapped back from that. I don't know what we can. When I go at it with somebody in the box, you don't know and can't predict where we can just bounce back from. I'm not thinking that in my mind as you and I are going back and back and forth in the box.
Yeah, you're not thinking about how far can I go and still be cool with this person.
I'm not thinking that anything's going to be recouped.
You're trying to take them down. You're a little fighter.
I'm not even mad at you for that, but just like, if a person when you can't think that far in your anger to watch what you say, like, I just don't fuck with people that can't think like that.
But Slim, it's a lot of people
that's
like
everybody
that.
On that
exactly, and
not everybody, but it's a lot of people like that.
Yeah, and them
Hold
people.
On one second, y'all. Hold on 1 second, Slim. Shit and confusion. You did this a minute ago. You made a comment. You said y'all coddling, and I said who, and you didn't respond. Now, and you clearly you saw it because I tagged you. Now you on here again and you're making comments. She create beef with everyone created on this app. You didn't want to respond when I said something, but what we're not doing is bullying. Ain't nobody been saying disrespectful remarks to Slim. Nobody's saying disrespectful remarks to AP. So you can take
Yeah.
that elsewhere. I know you're not in here from a real page. We're not playing that. That's not what we're doing. So you didn't
Ain't
want to
nobody
respond. I asked
calling.
who you was talking to. So don't respond now. Let's not do that. Matter of fact,
Ain't
I'm gonna mute you.
nobody
You can sit.
calling.
Yeah, you can sit in here and watch, but I'm gonna mute you. You in here? No, matter of fact, you ain't here from 0 followers and 0 following. You came in here to cause havoc. Y'all continue y'all's conversation. I'm gonna go ahead and block them because that's what we're not doing. But let that be a lesson to everybody else. Don't come in on Slim. Don't come in on AP. Don't come in on Kappa. If you have something to add, that's fine. But we're not disrespecting each other over here.
Yeah, nah, but like I said, it's nothing else for you to say. Like, some shit can't even be apologized for. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, but I was just speaking for the nature of how things was, man, for me to be able to let that shit go and to give that space, like, people need to understand that that's where I was coming from. So if you want,
That's cool. I mean, I'm
yeah.
fine with it. I'm at peace with it, so it's cool. That's fine with me.
Like, I can see you in the streets and we can be cordial to the motherfucker, feel me? But motherfucker better know, like, when you saying somebody biased, you better understand the whole goddamn story before you just start speaking and thinking that, my relationship with Unc ain't got nothing to do with, or anybody, cause Hook, I fuck with Hook off there. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I wanted to be biased, it would have been shit. What she did, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna let a motherfucker come up here and drag her, and I didn't allow that either. I could have let him call you out your name, all kind of shit. Didn't say and won't say nothing. Wasn't gonna allow that.
Well, let's be honest. Like, some of the stuff, that was how I perceived some of the stuff, given our history of our situation. So we're not gonna say that I didn't come in there, definitely guarded with that shit, right? I wasn't completely believing that you was gonna be unbiased, Slim. So we're not gonna say that like it was
I get you,
cool.
but
I didn't come into your space after being told that I've been unblocked, like everything is all cool, hunky and dory. I didn't come in on that notion. I didn't come in trusting you 1,000%, like you wasn't there to set me up or potentially set me up or do something. Like, I definitely didn't come with that. So we not gonna do that. Like, all the guards was down and everything. I had my guards up just like you had your guards up, and that's cool. You don't want to forgive, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Cool. There's stuff that I say, that I cannot come back from, and rightfully, like, that's how I felt in the moment, and ain't been back since. I didn't unblock you. It was just a situation that you wanted to hold about me, that included me, that involved me. It
right.
involved me. It did.
I'm
So
not,
I mean,
this piece of commentary ain't even for you, AP. It was more so for these people that's gonna run with shit. Cause I hate when motherfuckers be like, you biased. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially when I know what I'm doing. Feel me? Like, I hate when motherfuckers say shit like you biased. That was it. This didn't have necessarily anything to do with you. You know what I'm saying? It more so was giving context to why, like, for, if you want to sit here and say that I'm biased, just know that it took a whole lot of a person to make sure that she came in my space. I didn't allow nobody to attack her. None of that shit.
and on the flip side, it took a lot for me to even come into that space, knowing that it is shark, like Kappa said earlier, like shark infested water. Like, I already know what's up and what's stuck. So it's the same on my end too, feeling that way. Like, I'm coming into this space. Like, I don't come into your space. I ain't been in your space since we had that situation or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We ain't been fucking with each other since. So it ain't been no like attempt or anything, or I've been coming in. No, it's just been what it was, and we let it lie where it was.
Yeah.
We let it lie there, both of us on both ends. So it's cool. It's not no problem.
That was it. That's all I really wanted to come back and say.
So looks like that. I wasn't preview AP to you and Slim's whole fallout. I get what y'all both saying though. If somebody swings low, y'all swing lower. I get what Cap is saying. Nobody knows how low somebody will go or what the breaking point is for one person. You scratch somebody that, you know what I'm saying, to a baby that'll hurt. A grown person that'd be like, ouch, an elder, you may cause them to go in the hospital. So I get all of that. I think it's very clear up here. Hey, Cyber. I think it's very clear that, like, some of these things that are taking place have taken place far before maybe some of us even known each other. So some of these beefs are long standing. And what y'all may have had going on or what y'all may have been beefing about, it may have changed. Maybe sometimes y'all are willing to forgive each other and move forward. Other times y'all like, yeah, stay away from me. We ain't crossing paths. To a degree, I guess I kind of thank Slim for coming on to say something, because before then I'm like, Slim, look, this is looking a bit biased. And then once hearing that, no, I'm serious. Once hearing that, I'm like, okay. Now, granted, I talk about people's kids, but I also see, you know what I'm saying, once somebody's kid is talked about, when I say F your child, I know that's gonna make you come out of bag. And that's what I'm asking you to do if I go to talk about your kids. So
Right.
I get it on that standpoint. If I'm talking about kids, do I care that you're offended? No. But if your kid is talked about, do I expect you to be upset? Absolutely. So I understand what, you know what I'm saying, from both sides, what y'all are saying. It doesn't sound like y'all are at terms in which, oh, don't you ever speak to me? Y'all are decent. Y'all are okay with that. There's no issue there. There's no issue at this point in time. There's no active issue with Hawk. That's been explained to be. Slim said he going off the app for a while, so we won't be seeing him. With you and Kev, it appears as though, I don't know. To me, from what I'm seeing, and I'm not going to put that on nobody else, it looked like it's up and it's stuck. Because I tried to squash the beef yesterday, and it looks like it's continued. Kappa tried, looked like it's continued. So with that, I don't know. He's blocked. If he wants to come in and have a conversation, I'll unblock him for him to do that. Not a conversation with me, but a conversation with you. So, that's that. But he said he ain't interested in coming over here because he told me because me and him had it out. He doesn't feel comfortable, which is respectable. I understand. I would feel the same way if somebody said, hey, you want to host something on Kev page? I'd be like, hell no. Just got into it with Kev. What you mean? So
Right.
I completely understand.
Can we normalize too, though? And I don't know, is that me giving y'all feedback? I got my AirPods in. Are y'all hearing any feedback?
No.
A little bit, but go ahead. Hold on. Bella's talking about he on 10 right now. Right now, Bella? It's 11 in the morning right now.
That's what I be talking about. But
He on 10. Where Bella at?
Bella right there in the comments. It say Kevin's on 10 right now. Right now. It's early in the morning.
Oh, she said not now. Well, you said right now, Bella. You got to. What are you talking about?
Man, I can't see none of this.
She's saying not now.
I'm on this old janky producer's Wi-Fi.
Bella.
Anyway, but can we normalize not sending in catching strays? Because you see how, like, I came in and I'm saying this more for the commenters. I came in, y'all was having a conversation about Slim. I spoke my piece. Neither AP nor Talks jumped on me when I said Slim's not a doxer. I was adamant about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I stood on that. You see how they didn't send strays to me? Like, Kappa, you do this and you do that. They didn't do that. They was like, well, all right, probably so. Da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's start normalizing that, even the commenters and people that's hosting the lives, because this is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And what happened is relationships are tore up because of the strays. And so you start to lose people that, people draw a line in the sand, and then they start to go to one side or the other. And that's not fair. Yeah. That's not fair to the supporters, whoever consider people on here to be friends, people that's associates, mutuals, etc. We need to normalize that. And I always had respect for Trip, and because she's fiery and she got a mouth like me, but she also has discernment. And AP, I rocks with you hard. Yeah. You and Slim both mean a lot to me, man. I like y'all platforms. I like what y'all talk about. But in addition to that, let's not bring nobody else in it. Can we do that, AP?
Yeah, I'm not bringing nobody else in. I mean, I don't know who I brought in it, but I'm not trying.
No, I'm just saying, like,
I'm not
let's not bring, if that person platform don't include it, let's not talk about it. Even if they bring it up, like, you know what I'm saying? Let's keep it centralized, just to, like, okay, so you with Trip, you with me, you with Slim, Kev, and Mark. Is it Mark the guy? What's his name? Mark the GOAT. What's that boy name?
Who the hell is Mark?
What's the boy name you was talking about? Yeah, the boy, the gentleman.
Who?
Her ex-boyfriend. What's his name?
Arby's?
Nah, the guy that we talking about.
Oh, Hulk.
Hulk the guy. Okay, Hulk the
Oh,
guy.
Hulk.
Kappa, where the hell you get a
Girl, I
mark
said
from?
Mark the goat. Shit, I don't know. Can we normalize that? Because I can't even remember. I don't remember that child, but can we normalize just keeping it centralized so that way it don't spread?
Yeah.
You got a lot of heavy hitters involved, a lot of people backing people and picking one way or the other, and it's completely not fair to you or to them, because this is going to be something that's going to make or break relationships. I'm talking about friendships, associations, whatever. And why did Slim leave? I was talking with my husband. I didn't hear why he leave.
Oh, I think he
I don't
said
know.
he spoke his piece and he was like, all right, and that was it. I think he was just like,
He may still be in the comments.
I don't know. I guess I thought he said all he needed to say and then he just dropped.
Okay. I don't know. Kev probably, Kev is a beast of a different kind. He's probably not gonna come and just be like, okay, let's chop it up and then, do a ceasefire on it. Whatever happened between y'all, it seemed like, and that's something that irritates me about men that I love about my husband. I hate to say that because people are like, don't be throwing your husband in people's face. Anyway, when something hurts your feelings. A lot of men will not admit that something hurt their feelings, or they felt disregarded or overlooked or overspoken. They don't say that. And I don't understand. I do not understand why. Like what you said, I don't even need to know exactly what you said, but it bothered the mess out of Slim. And my best suggestion would be is probably not go there. Like AP, there's levels to drag. And Trip, stop me if you don't agree. There's levels to dragging, and you go level by level depending on what's said. If every time you go straight to hell, you have created an enemy for life. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
There's light drags. Like somebody be like, oh, AP for the streets, right? Because listen, I call Orby street meat, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know why I call him street meat?
Yeah.
Because of him having, friends online, right?
Mm-hmm.
RB didn't go straight to hell and drag me and attack me. He laughed at it and was like, you know what? I'll be street meat, but at the end of the day, I get mine.
But
right?
y'all have a different relationship, and I think that's the point, though, right? Because I think that while Slim is giving context as to how he's not biased, we got to give context to him and Slim and my dynamic, right? That wasn't the first encounter where we had gotten into it on the panel, and so for him to say, like, we could have bounced back from it, and it was like, no, it was literally declining. It was a period of time where every time we would come on a panel, we would not bump heads, and it was that to me, that's declining the relationship. Like,
did it?
It's
but what he
reducing
said, did it require you to go? And you're going to use your discernment on this answer.
Mm-hmm.
What Slim said in that panel, do you think it required you to go to hell? Or did you go to hell because you're tired of people messing with you and you're like, I'm just going to give it to them?
Yeah, I was tired of him fucking with me. That's what it was. I was tired of Slim fucking with me because I felt like Slim was doing this wishy-washy ebbs and flows. I'm up and down. Mm-hmm. Like some days he would come in respect, some days he wouldn't. I was tired of trying to catch him where he was all the time so I wouldn't catch the heat from him that he would just want to voluntarily give up. And I'm just like, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? It would be that whole, like, if we're in a debate, we're competing against whose opinion is more relevant than the others, right? And so that, that's where that came from, where, it became like, it was first arguing about whose opinion kind of is better. Like, not arguing about it, but you could tell that that's that energy. And then it just kept going and it kept just being on the decline. For me, as far as my perspective, that shit just kept being on the decline. And I'm like, yo, I've had enough.
Hold on 1 second, AP, because I know Slim gonna want to speak in a second. Kappa, you said Trip. If you agree, say something. If you don't, let me know. Now, Kappa, somebody say good morning to me, and you saying it trying to be disrespectful, we going to hell. You talk about my outfit, we going to hell. So, and I think all three of y'all on the panel know that. I don't really do the back and forth, the slight argue. You say this, let me see where you at today. You say anything to me that I don't like, let's go to hell. Let's prepare for war.
I'm not going to check your temperature. What I do, Okay, you are right. You do. You are.
Yeah, I go straight to hell.
Yeah,
Now, I
you
don't
have a
encourage other
permanent
people to do that.
residency set up in hell. You
But
are
Yeah,
that's
correct.
I
but
don't
that,
encourage other people to do that. And Slim can tell you, and AP can tell you. I will try to diffuse an argument with them and somebody else, with them into it with each other, with AP and Kev, with Slim and anybody. I try to diffuse with other people, but my reasoning skills don't match what I preach. I'm not the person that practices what I preach. I go to
I'm
hell. I won't
hollering.
encourage you to do it, but that is exactly how I go. So no, I'm not the person to ask on that. I support your message, Kappa, but I don't follow it. I'm taking your ass to hell the moment you say good morning sideways, because bitch, I know you
I
trying to be
am
funny.
done.
right, but that's what I'm saying. Yes, and I took it to
Yeah,
hell. That's
but
what I'm
okay,
saying.
but
When
here's the
I feel
thing
like
though.
I'm fucked with, I don't want to be fucked with,
Hold
especially when
on,
I
hold
feel like
on,
it's
hold
unwarranted.
on, hold on. Let me show you the difference though, AP. There is a very stark difference between you and Trip. Here's the deal. When Trip go to hell, Trip handle it. Trip goes to war on Trip's issue and it stays on Trip page. If you come in and Trip is taking up that residency at her second address, guess what? You know what you in for. However, with you, your reasoning is different. Your reasoning is I'm under attack. Trip reasoning is, hey, you said something I ain't like. Now I'm finna handle you. So understand, y'all not built. All three of us, we not built the same. And I'm a happy medium between you, AP, and Trip. I'm a medium between the two of y'all. I'm like in the middle. Cause sometimes I'll be like, okay, now you said this foul stuff, and if I said blah blah blah, you be mad at me, right? And then sometimes they say it, catch me in that mood, and baby, I'm taking you. I'm finna talk about everything about your mama toenails. Yeah, I'm talking everything about you, your
I
bald head
will agree with
kids, your dog, and your cat.
I will agree with that part, Kappa. And I will say this, AP, if you do make comments like that, see, when I say shit like that, I'll be
I
ready to
don't
go to
take it
work.
back.
Yeah,
Yep, I
I'm
don't
ready
take
for
it
a
back.
motherfucker to say, I'm never speaking to you again. I don't
Yep,
fuck with you. And
yep,
I'm about to start disrespecting you and
yep,
your family. When you
yep.
talk to people strong, like I talk to people, you have
Stand
to
on
be
it.
prepared
You
to
gotta
stand on it.
stand on it. Yep, by
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
yourself too. By yourself.
You gotta know exactly what line you like this what the part that I say you gotta know exactly where you going. Like I know as soon as I put this motherfucker in drive, once I put this bitch in high gear, it's over with. Like I know where we going. Know what I'm saying? So if I ain't looking to go there, goddamn, I ain't gonna say that.
but that's what
Even
I'm
when I'm
saying
hitting.
though.
But hold
You
on, hold
but
on. Let me say this. Because I'm gonna drop because ain't nothing showing up right for me in the box. Let me say this, AP. You can't be an offender and a victim in the same breath, is what
but
I'm
I'm not
trying
a
to say in a
victim.
nice way.
But I'm
No,
not
no, no.
listening.
Listen. You can go from victim to offender depending on your response. So why I'm saying this is because if your response don't match the offense, then at that point you become an offender. Listen to what I'm telling you. A Girl Scout is knocking at your door to sell you cookies. You pull out a boom boom, knock her down, blow her back, right? That's whoa, what is you doing, right? Okay. A deviant is trying to climb through your window to do some dangerous stuff. You pull out a boom boom, blow them back. That's appropriate. Now you're not gonna be tussling in the streets about the deviant trying to climb in your window, but you will be tussling in the streets about that Girl Scout you blew back. You feel me? You see what I'm saying? The tussling, the amount of tussling you doing right now, baby, tell me that whatever happened initially may not have been warranted for your response because you feel like you're under attack. When I am being ignorant, and Trip stop me if I'm incorrect. When I'm being ignorant and I boom boom somebody, baby, I look forward to tussle because I've set my mentality up for the tussle because I know I'm finna be ignorant. I'm finna say some ignorant stuff and I'm finna stand on it. Now you've been in my lives, you know I say that because that's our ending statement. I said what the F I said. When we do some ignorant stuff, that's what we say. I said what the F I said. Who gonna check me? You ain't saying that. You ain't saying that is what I'm saying. Like you like, and they attacking me, and I'm trying to defend myself, and then nah, they attack me. I came back with a blow. They don't like the blow. Don't be mad at me if my punch harder than your punch when you punch me first. You saying the opposite, and that's the issue. That's the conflict.
So I'm not understanding. So what I'm saying is the thing that happened with me and Slim, he said something to me, I said something back. But we had been going at it in different panels. So my thing was, I'm done with this, and I'm gonna say something, I'm gonna finalize it, and I'm done with it. And we've been
the reality of that shit though,
let me drop
if we
trips
wanted
because
to,
my
if I were
screen
being
messed up.
honest with you,
Okay.
the only thing that
I'll
we
be
would
right
get
back.
into it about and other panels is it would be how you like you would give me an energy that I ain't gave you yet, and I'd be like, hold on, who you talking to?
no, that energy would be
you don't
initiated.
see it. You don't see it, AP, but there are several
You don't
people.
see it though,
Hold up,
Slim.
hold up, AP. I really want you to understand something. And I need you to hear this without being defensive. And I'm telling you this out of pure love. Know what I'm saying? Even I don't want you to think that I'm trying to tear your character apart. This is one of the people this is one of the reasons why people do have a bigger problem with you. And it may not be, I promise you, it's how you address people. It don't, you give people energy that they're not always giving you, and you interpret a lot of things as being attacks. And when I would be getting that energy, when I get that energy from you, I'm gonna say something. Some people let that shit slide, and that's the reason why
No,
you've been
people don't let that shit slide.
A lot of people let that shit slide. Trust me, this is why you don't see it. A lot of people let it slide. Me, I'm not letting that shit slide. Because it's just certain shit. I'm gonna give you, if I'm talking to you in a certain manner, like, hey, look, baby, give me that same respect back. But if you coming at me with aggression and hostility, and I ain't gave you that, whether you interpret my energy as aggression and hostility because you on defense, that's a difference, and that's something that you have to work on. But I try my best when talking to anybody out the gate to come with the utmost respect. And if you giving me if you giving me energy and aggression, I'm be like, who the fuck you talking to?
And I'm not
This
saying
is,
what.
if you looking at the comments, a lot of people are saying I'm right. Even
That's
me and
fine if
T-Time
they
don't
say
fuck
you're
with each
right.
other,
Okay.
and she's saying I'm
Hold
right.
on. Can I be
Can I
real?
say
Can I be
anything?
real
Can I say
ignorant real
anything?
quick?
Can I
Nah,
say
hold on,
anything?
AP. This ain't about you. I just want to be real
Okay.
ignorant. Hey, speak your truth. I heard you had me on your green screen.
Oh shit.
Nah. Speak your truth. Nah. I ain't said nothing about you in 2 weeks. You double back around. You circle bike around. You came in here comfortably, huh? Because you ain't know this Kappa. Yeah, this Kappa. This is my main page, bro. Why you had me on your green screen? Matter of fact, you know what? When I go live again, when I do drag talk again in 2 weeks, I want you to come over because I need to understand how you working up an obsession for the Kappa. Because I can put it in a bottle and sell it to you if you want it. Now, how you want it? How you want it? Speak your truth. Because you always around these black women, but then you go to your live and have a problem with black women. And I wonder why you be you and have you in the box. And then you talking about tap the screen for 10,000 taps a minute and donate, and here's the gifts. So I'm trying to understand why you have issues with a lot of black women, and then you always find your way bringing your face in a black woman live. And I ain't keep this trip stuff. I ain't kicking you out of it, but I'm gonna invite you over to Kappa Dapper. Now this ain't my weekend coming up. It's next weekend. You know what I'm saying? I just
He
want to
can come up if
understand
he
you.
want to. I don't see him in here. I mean, I saw him speak to me, but I don't see him he's not in the
Cause
comments.
this is what he do. He come around to black women's spaces, and then he end up having a problem with that black woman. And he put that he made a whole thing, problematic creators, on TikTok, and had it as a green screen. I wasn't on it at that time, but he had like all black women on there, all black women. He's a red pillar. He's like one of them passport bros, but don't got the passport. Don't stop talking now.
Wait,
See, I
Kappa.
caught you off guard because you didn't know this was my main page. Don't be no sucker now. Come back and talk to me, but I'm gonna go on mute and let AP and Slim get back at it. But I want you to know I'm watching you, homeboy. Okay? Because I'll take an iron and clink context matters. Your mouth matter too. And you about to fire me up. You about to fire me up. Why is you talking about me? And then you always find your way. Cause see, the Trip is my girl, and I'm gonna let her know about you. I'm gonna let her know about you off the flip. Anywhere I see you slipping and sleazing and squeezing up in there, I'm gonna point you out. Cause you lizard. Quit talking about folks unless you're ready to stand me down. Now I'm gonna invite you to drag talk in 2 weeks, not this Saturday, next Saturday. If you ain't there, you gonna be drag talk. And I like your beanies. Now you need to get the lint off your beanies, but I like your beanies. So we're gonna do drag talk
Oh my
beanie.
Slim, go on mute. Go on
We
mute.
doing drag talk beanie on you because I'm tired of you. Now I'm talking to you nicely. Come on up, speak your truth. Come
No,
on
that's
up.
not him. Who is Sima is Nuradu? Is that one of y'all friends?
Nah, Speak Your Truth is in here too. He said hi to you and everything
Nah, I
else.
don't know.
Now I'm gonna go on mute. I'm gonna go on mute and let these two young people talk. But I'm gonna tell you, you keep on playing with me, boy, you gonna be drag top. And you know how you get all warm on the inside when women talk about you and drag you. You gonna get warm and want to touch your lady parts. Now don't you do not put me back up on that. Put me back up on that green screen again here. And I'm gonna lose every account I got, but I'm gonna make sure everybody know exactly how you like to touch your lady parts. Don't play with me, boy. Don't play with me. This drag talk. No, this is Talks with Trip. But you gonna be part two. Part two of my unaliving spree gonna start on your ass. Keep playing with me here.
Okay.
I'm going on mute.
Okay. I like Kappa and I like Speak. I'm not getting involved. Speak is here. I take it he doesn't want to talk about it now. And so that's okay. Who is this requesting? Sima is Naratu. Go on ahead and drop your name in the comments, baby. I don't know who you are. You keep requesting and I keep declining it.
I ain't gonna lie, Buddy kept coming over there yesterday. He came jumping on the panels the other day. I don't know.
Who is it? Tony. Who is Tony? Tony who?
But we don't really know you, bro.
Mr. Montana? Who is you?
He just one of them people that probably just got live access and he be jumping in.
Yeah, you not coming over here, Tony. Don't make me block you over here, baby, because it's business being handled. I don't know you. None of the people on the panel know you. You ain't never came up here before. We're not gonna start that today. And I would like to say
Again here. And I'm gonna lose every account I got, but I'm gonna make sure everybody know exactly how you like to touch your lady parts. Don't play with me, boy. Don't play with me. This drag talk. No, this is Talks with Trip. But you gonna be part two. Part two of my unaliving spree gonna start on your ass. Keep playing with me here.
Okay.
I'm going on mute.
Okay. I like Kappa and I like Speak. I'm not getting involved. Speak is here. I take it he doesn't want to talk about it now. And so that's okay. Who is this requesting? Sima is Naratu. Go on ahead and drop your name in the comments, baby. I don't know who you are. You keep requesting and I keep declining it.
I ain't gonna lie, Buddy kept coming over there yesterday. He came jumping on the panels the other day. I don't know.
Who is it? Tony. Who is Tony? Tony who?
But we don't really know you, bro.
Mr. Montana? Who is you?
He just one of them people that probably just got live access and he be jumping in.
Yeah, you not coming over here, Tony. Don't make me block you over here, baby, because it's business being handled. I don't know you. None of the people on the panel know you. You ain't never came up here before. We're not gonna start that today. And I would like to say this. I really do appreciate how everybody, even though y'all don't, you know what I'm saying, may not get along, the fact that y'all are like talking, and normally I'm so aggressive and screaming. So it's actually pleasant to hear people talking their issues out and not screaming their issues out or cursing and stuff. I just wanted to say y'all have been very pleasant today. Okay, I'll go back on mute.
I actually want to say that you're a really good mediator. Like you really, you know what I'm saying? You do it well.
I
don't know. For you to give the smoke that you do online, you really it's like
I've been very pleasant recently. I can listen, I'm trying.
Trip ain't
I even asked Slim the other day. I said, Slim, after I left off campaign, I said, Slim, I've been being good this week, haven't I?
Your ass still ain't shit, Trip.
Oh, come on now. Don't do me in. I'm trying to be mediator up in here, and I've been mediating very well. I don't.
You've been real balanced though. But that's the thing though. Like the one thing that I will say, motherfuckers really see you when you dragging. But you know what I'm saying? If they would have known how you started your shit, you pretty much just put your 2 cents on shit. You know what I'm saying? When it mainly be from a logical standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me ask the real questions. So you really ain't a mean person, but you've gotten famous on the app for how you drag motherfuckers.
And I was getting ready to say, half the time I really be avoiding motherfuckers. They be like, yeah, Trip, yeah. And Slim, I gave you the chance to see it. The other day, y'all not gonna believe this. I was in Slim's live. I was not talking naked to anybody. And Slim saw, it was a lady who was like in her 50s or 60s. This lady came from me. She told me, no, that's what she said. She told me she was 52. This lady turned around and drugged me. She was calling me out my name and everything. Slim, did I not get this woman the most polite, educated read ever in life?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I really be trying to hold back. Y'all see me, and a lot of y'all be like, bring her up on the panel. Ha ha. Y'all be thirsty and anxious to see me disrespect somebody because a lot of y'all ain't never heard nobody be disrespected. But a lot of the times, I'm very pleasant. If you're not fucking with me, I'm actually a nice person.
Yes, you are, Trip. Yes, you are.
All right, thank you.
Okay, I'm a drop because I got to do something for a few minutes. But
Kappa, don't be trying to drop when they say I'm a nice person.
you are you're not mean at all. You're not even somebody got to mess with you to fire you up. So I ain't seen you just arbitrarily go after people or nothing. No, it's honor before dishonor always. But Speaky Pooh didn't want to come up. So we got the Pooh family. So Slim gave everybody that do stuff like Blaze and Speak Your Truth, they are the Pooh family. So anybody that mess with you, that's the Pooh family. And then if it's a whole bunch of trolls coming in on your stuff, that's the Train family. That's Train gang. So like how you was fighting trolls this morning, you was fighting a Train gang this morning, talk. Speaky Pooh don't want to come up and talk. Speaky, I seen you. You heard me. You know you ain't leave. You ain't do nothing but sit up in this comment section and heard everything I had to say, Speaky Pooh. But I gotta go. I'll be back in a few.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
See you. Get my motherfucking shot together. Shot us. And one. I don't know where we left off.
You were talking about how you interpret certain things.
Oh, yeah. So if somebody say something to me, I'm saying something back. That's just that. Now, how I interpret it, how I respond back, really depends on, what's being said to me. So I felt like I said, me and Slim was on the decline because we had kept bumping heads. And I felt like it was disrespectful how you was coming at me, Slim. That's just how I felt. Now, I understand you saying how you felt and all that, but at the end of the day, I took it to hell because I felt like at that point, you wasn't fucking with me. I don't know what the reason was, what the underlying beef was, but I felt like it was beef. And like you said, it was something that I could have said something different. We could have came back from, but I'm not thinking that in my head. I'm thinking that in the box, when we going at it, I don't know if we coming back from it or not. So I can't say comfortably that that's what it would have been because we kept going. We kept butting heads, and you know that. You know what I'm saying? And the shit that I felt like I was getting from you was unwarranted. That's how I felt. Now, you can say it was warranted, or you can say, you know what I'm saying, you had started, but the times I recall, yeah, you was coming up with that energy. That energy is what I felt from you, and that's why you got that response.
AP, there's only been 2 times where we really gotten into it.
No, it wasn't even 2. It was, I don't even know if it's 2. It was one time. I think it was one time you came in my live too. You was on my
I've always, like I told you, you remember when I first got around y'all, like you be holding topic that I don't even be want to come here with. I don't agree with it, so I ain't even finna get up there and say nothing, right?
Yep, I remember.
So I don't even get in your lives to even try and get into it with you if you got a topic up there that I don't fuck with.
I said that's why it was
it wasn't even me. I never got into it with you on your panel. It was that night where we was on Reese shit when they was talking about the brick lady situation or whatever, right? That was the first time where it really got different. I'm like, the fuck.
Oh, yeah. So I got hella smoke from everybody behind that. So that's what I'm saying. Like that alone, right?
And in that moment, maybe because you got smoke from that, you might have hit me with some extra hostility that you didn't realize you was giving me. And when I responded, you like, damn, why the fuck you talking to me like that? And then that second time when we was on Shelf Live and that shit happened, I was like, God damn.
Yeah, like, in my mind, I was thinking, I was like, what? And you know what? At that time, thanks for jogging that and saying that, because at that time with Ro, it was hella smoke I was getting from a lot. You know, it was from a lot of the majority of it was men. You already know it was men left to right. So behind that shit, because I platformed her, I was getting hella smoke. So
it before you even platformed her, though. It was before you platformed. It was when the story first came out. We was all over there and we was talking.
Right, I understand that, but I'm just saying I was still rallying behind that when the story came out, and then we platformed her. So I'm just saying that was the time period I was getting a hella smoke behind the road shit. And so I was getting that from everybody. And you got to understand, like me being out here, that made me that much more visible. And so I was getting smoke from men left and right. And I knew where men, for the most part, it wasn't like a whole lot of men that even believed her. So I'm getting it left and right. And the energy I was getting from you was that energy.
Nah. I was the one nigga that I stopped talking about her story because I started seeing holes in that motherfucker, right? And I started directing the conversation. towards what she did bring up that was true, not to discredit her story. I wasn't even letting people pick it apart. I wasn't letting people be argue for or against it because I was like, I don't want it to turn into a dismantling what the fuck she just said. That's exactly how I handled the whole Rose situation. So it couldn't have been that I was giving you the energy of not believing her. I listen,
No,
it couldn't be that.
It was not. What I'm saying is, I was getting the energy from all. I was getting energy from everywhere for even standing up for her. So I know that even surrounding the conversation we would have about the brick lady, because that you got to understand, there was not a single platform we were going in that they weren't talking about that. So when we're talking about that, that's the energy everybody's giving, because that's already a sensitive, heightened level conversation that people are hosting in their platforms. So when we coming up there arguing about our perspectives and our point on that, that's the energy that, you know, I was getting about that situation. And I know you like to come at things like amicably and let's look at all sides and stuff like that. Yeah. And that's where we had the difference of opinions, because I'm like, listen, I have these facts. I know this is, you know, what it is, and we would bump heads based on the opinions.
We didn't even bump heads on the opinions. We bumped heads on you steady trying to over talk me, and then you started trying to bulldog me in the conversation, and that was what I fucking got mad about. Like how you talking right now, AP, we'd get along. We would have never had, if we could have a conversation like this, if them other prior conversations happened the same way this happening, we'd have never got into it. You was in your bulldog mode, and
that wasn't the energy though, Slim. That's what I'm telling you. The energy I was getting from you was not that.
I'm telling you where I stood on the road situation, so I couldn't have been over there fighting and arguing with you.
It wasn't your stance though. That's what you're not listening to me. I'm saying what? The energy you was giving me, it was not that. It wasn't about.
Baby, I didn't have no issue or no qualms with you to give you any energy. Like I remember the day and time in question. I remember where I was standing when we got into it. So there was no reason for us to even bump heads.
You're right.
You were already on the fence, and you hit me with the bulldog energy, and I was like, who the fuck you talking to?
I wasn't on that. I'm telling you, I was on the energy that I perceived you to be on. That's what I'm saying. I was on the energy that I perceived you to be.
You gotta accept sometimes, man. When
that's
people
fine, I can accept it, but I'm telling you,
not listen. Hold up, look, baby. I really need you to hear this shit out, cause you gonna forever be tussling in these streets if you can't hear me out. Look, I used to get the same shit. Know what I'm saying? I'm telling you straight up. Like I used to have a one approach meets all. Know what I'm saying? And the reason why I calmed down, like even when you met me, I was calm. And then I've calmed down way more since then. Know what I'm saying? Like, because everything that you do, like people be like, this internet shit, know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be taken that serious. Motherfuckers will hear you like you got some people that will sit around you and they don't want to tell you, like, I'm serious. There's another creator that I was like, hey, look, it's a way that you come off to people is the reason why you getting so much hell from people. And with you, baby, you don't be, like you were some people you will hit with bulldog energy unwarranted. And I've watched it and I've seen it and I've even experienced it. Cause me personally, I never had any issue with you. So there would be no reason for me to be giving you hostile or aggressive energy. Yeah, but the day when you did that, I seen you give it to other people. And the day when you start coming at me with that, I have a patience of, I really got like a 1, 2, 3, know what I'm saying, type of rule, right? So boom, you hit me with that shit the first time, I kind of be like, all right, maybe that was some bullshit, know what I'm saying? Then you hit me with it again, I'll be like, all right, like this shit starting to look like you trying to, I don't know what you on, but let me see. And then when it come the third time, I say something. So when I finally said something, I had already endured enough of the energy, you know what I'm saying, for me to be able to be like, hey, who the fuck you talking to? Like, you're not finna talk to me in that way. I don't deal with that from men nor women. And I don't think that you are conscious of it. And most of the people around you, even I'm listening to some of the people that be around you, they keep on telling you, nah, you this, and they make excuses for it. When I don't care where you from, I'm from the trenches, from the streets, goddamn me. I done been through a whole bunch of shit, and I still don't give people that energy unwarranted. Your upbringing can't be the reason why you do people a certain way or how you treat people.
I never said my upbringing had nothing to do with it.
No, I'm saying some people be making that shit that they use that to try and justify why you doing what you're doing, but in reality, you got to deal with people on a personal level, like on a person-to-person level, not a personal, but a person-to-person level. Like I'm gonna give you whatever you on. That's what I'm on. But I'm gonna at least figure out what you on. And most of the time, even when you give me something that I ain't on, I might just bow out the motherfucking conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And with you, like even when it comes to you dealing with women, when it comes to you dealing with men, etc., you're gonna have to start engaging that shit in order to be able to like not seem like you always in a fight with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes you don't be a lot of times you don't be the victim, you be the offender.
I'm not trying to portray myself as the victim. I'm saying I'm
saying, but like there are certain situations where you don't be actually the person being attacked, you be the attacker, and you you think that you fighting back, but you done started this shit because you're not conscious of how you approaching people.
Okay. Well, what I'm saying is the energy that I feel like we've had, the last few exchanges was unwarranted from you. That's why you got the response you got. So that's all I can say about that. I'm telling you. You can tell me, break down, you know what I'm saying, your 3-point system and first time, second time, and that's it. But I'm going to tell y'all, and everybody is giving their reasoning behind why they clap back or why, as soon as somebody say something. But when I say it, it's like, nah, but you need to take this feedback. Okay, cool. I'll take the feedback. I hear you. But at the same time, I recall the interactions and your energy. That's what I recall. Even if I don't know the details. Because it's been so long, that shit was all from last year. I'm still gonna sit here and remember that your energy was unwarranted because I remember being in confusion based on how
we good. So, conversation pointless. I tried though.
After you didn't explain everything, it's like the conversation now pointless. But I had to sit here and listen to you explain, and I did. You know what I'm saying?
It's pointless because I just gave you a analysis of how people like the overwhelming majority, even people closer to you have been in the comments saying that he is right, he's correct. AP people close to you are saying this, and you still like stuck like, nah nigga, this how the fuck it is. Know what I'm saying? For this how the fuck it go when I do shit, and I'm like, hey, I'm not the only person saying it. I'm just the only person bold enough to say it, and I'm not even up here doing it to try and humble you or put you down.
You're not the only person bold enough to say it. If you say it, everybody's saying it in the comments. They bold enough.
Yeah, they saying it in the comments, but I'm saying some people won't even pull you to the side and try and do it from a.
But they agree with you, and they bold enough to say it. You're not the only one. Like, I don't even understand that. You can be heard, but nobody else can be heard, and that's my thing. People say, yeah, you're right, but it's like, okay, I can't explain, what my headspace was and the energy that I felt from you, and I feel like that's not fair. So it's cool. You want me to hear you out, but you don't want to hear me out, and that's cool. Like I said, I'm not bothered where we at. Like, I took it straight to hell, and we ain't talked since, and I'm cool with that. I'm not groveling back to Slim. I'm not trying to follow him again or rekindle no, mutual situation with him. It is what it is. I can take the feedback, work on it, and that's it. But I don't have to sit here and give anybody no promises on who I plan to be or what I plan to, do or whatever. All I'm saying is, at the end of the day, and I've always stood on this in my own lives, you don't fuck with me, I'm not fucking with you. And that's on period. That's
AP, look, you don't even realize, like, even when you keep saying I took it straight to hell, do you understand what would be the consequences of somebody saying that shit to a person in real life? What you said to me?
I already said I understood that.
No. I'm talking about for yourself. You keep on acting like you saying that shit, like I said that shit and I said and I went straight to hell. You don't even realize how detrimental what you said could have been to your goddamn self.
How do you not So how do you?
No, you don't realize how detrimental saying something like that to somebody. Like they're like all right, it's certain shit you don't say about people, and it's certain shit that you know what I'm saying. If you say it, you really got to understand what you saying and how you said it, right? There are certain. Hold up, listen, baby, because I'm really like I don't want to cuss you out. I don't want to say nothing. I'm just want you. I want you to get this. I want you to.
Why does that have to get to that point though?
Because AP, I ain't gonna lie to you that like the shit starting to, like, even for me to even sit here and like for me to sit here and like you keep on saying like I took it to hell like it was lightly. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just something that was just like I took it to hell. Your feelings was hurt, etc., etc. But like no, hold up, time out. You saying no coming back from that, but that is the real utter consequence of people saying things of that nature to people in the world and off the app.
Okay, so what do you want to do about it right now? What
like
do you want to do?
Quit making it seem like it's like you bragging about it and like you making it seem like you did your best shit, you did your big one, and now it's there.
No,
It's not. That's not okay, baby.
I'm not saying none of that. I'm not saying none of that. What are you talking about?
And you don't. That's why I'm trying to tell you. If you can just understand exactly how you see how I'm getting offended now, because you're not conscious of what you're doing. You're just doing shit, trying to be a big person out here in this world, and you doing fuck shit, and people address your fuck shit, and you can't accept it.
What? How am I not accepting it?
Baby, for you to even keep on bringing that shit back up. Like I took it to hell. I took it to hell. You keep bringing it up like I took it to hell.
I'm acknowledging that though, but I'm acknowledging it.
No, you keep acknowledging it. Look, baby, it's some things that once it's dropped, you want to drop it. That's what I'm saying, baby. You don't realize the shit that you be doing.
Explain yourself and explain.
I just dropped out of the live. It was good enough for us to let it go.
All right, so drop out of live, Slim. It's done. Then drop out the live again, baby. Go ahead and do that.
Now I'm finna go live. The fuck?
Right.
I don't know. This shit be crazy.
That's cool. Anyways.
You hear what he's saying though? I can't hear nothing. Hold on. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear now. Are you trying to hear what he's saying?
I can't hear you. What?
Y'all can hear me?
You got a lot of background.
Comments saying that he is right, he's correct, AP. People close to you are saying this, and you still like stuck like, nah, nigga, this how the fuck it is. Know what I'm saying? For this how the fuck it go when I do shit. And I'm like, hey, I'm not the only person saying it. I'm just the only person bold enough to say it, and I'm not even up here doing it to try and humble you or put you down.
You're not the only person bold enough to say it. If you say it, everybody's saying it in the comments. They bold enough.
Yeah, they saying it in the comments, but I'm saying some people won't even pull you to the side and try and do it from a.
But they agree with you and they bold enough to say it. You're not the only one. Like, I don't even understand that. You can be heard, but nobody else can be heard, and that's my thing. People say, yeah, you're right, but it's like, okay, I can't explain, what my headspace was and the energy that I felt from you, and I feel like that's not fair. So it's cool. You want me to hear you out, but you don't want to hear me out, and that's cool. Like I said, I'm not bothered where we at. Like, I took it straight to hell, and we ain't talked since, and I'm cool with that. I'm not groveling back to Slim. I'm not trying to follow him again or rekindle no, mutual situation with him. It is what it is. I can take the feedback, work on it, and that's it. But I don't have to sit here and give anybody no promises on who I plan to be or what I plan to, do or whatever. All I'm saying is, at the end of the day, and I've always stood on this in my own lives, you don't fuck with me, I'm not fucking with you. And that's on period. That's how
AP, look, you don't even realize, like, even when you keep saying I took it straight to hell, do you understand what would be the consequences of somebody saying that shit to a person in real life? What you said to me?
I already said I understood that.
No. I'm talking about for yourself. You keep on acting like you saying that shit, like I said that shit and I said and I went straight to hell. You don't even realize how detrimental what you said could have been to your goddamn self.
How do you not understand? So how do you?
No, you don't realize how detrimental saying something like that to somebody. Like they're like, all right, it's certain shit you don't say about people, and it's certain shit that you know what I'm saying. If you say it, you really got to understand what you saying and how you said it, right? There are certain. Hold up, listen, baby, because I'm really like I don't want to cuss you out. I don't want to say nothing. I'm just want you. I want you to get this. I want you to.
Why does that have to get to that point though?
Because AP, I ain't gonna lie to you that like the shit starting to, like, even for me to even sit here and like for me to sit here and like you keep on saying like I took it to hell like it was lightly. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just something that was just like I took it to hell. Your feelings was hurt, etc., etc. But like no, hold up, talking about you saying no coming back from that. But that is the real utter consequence of people saying things of that nature to people in the word and off the app.
Okay, so what do you want to do about it right now? What
like
do you want to do?
Quit making it seem like it's like you bragging about it and like you making it seem like you did your best shit, you did your big one, and now it's there.
No,
That's not okay, baby.
I'm not saying none of that. I'm not saying none of that. What are you talking about?
And you don't. That's why I'm trying to tell you. If you can just understand exactly how you see how I'm getting offended now, because you're not conscious of what you're doing. You're just doing shit, trying to be a big person out here in this world, and you doing fuck shit, and people address your fuck shit, and you can't accept it.
What? How am I not accepting it?
Baby, for you to even keep on bringing that shit back up. Like I took it to hell. I took it to hell. You keep bringing it up like I took it to hell.
I'm acknowledging that though, but I'm acknowledging it.
No, you keep acknowledging it. Look, baby, it's some things that once it's dropped, you want to drop it. That's what I'm saying, baby. You don't realize the shit that you be doing.
Explain yourself and explain.
I just dropped out of the live. It was good enough for us to let it go.
All right, so drop out of the live, Slim. It's done. Then drop out the live again, baby. Go ahead and do that.
Now I'm finna go live. The fuck?
Right.
I don't know. This shit be crazy.
That's cool. Anyways.
You hear what he's saying though? I can't hear nothing. Hold on. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear now. Are you trying to hear what he's saying?
I can't hear you. What?
Y'all can hear me?
You got a lot of background.
So y'all can hear me.
All right, yeah, I can hear you now.
I said, do you understand what he's saying?
Yeah, I understand what he's saying.
What is he saying?
He's saying the way I come across is the reason why people respond the way that they respond. I heard what he said.
What is the way you come across?
So the way I come across, confrontational and, you know what I'm saying, tone, I guess, and everything. So the way I come across is the reason why people respond the way that they respond.
What he's saying is, a lot of times, it's the same thing I was telling you yesterday. A lot of times you will put shit out there that isn't warranted, and you will justify it with what you feel the offense is done to you. But it will be, and then when they react, you then become the victim as if they're attacking you from the way you gave a response.
No, I don't become a victim. That's where I don't agree. I'm not a victim.
Okay, let's talk about it. Yes, you do though. You did it. You did it yesterday. You did it yesterday. You did. So you do that.
So because I'm telling somebody, or because I'm upset about somebody starting with me, that's me becoming a victim because and I'm not supposed to respond. Is that what I'm hearing?
No, I'm hearing. No, what you're hearing is yesterday you threw really low blows at Hulk, and then got mad when he came back up and hit low, and was like, I can't believe he said that. I can't believe he did that. Yet negating the fact that you said you brought up the childhood trauma first.
Yeah,
right?
I did. I brought it up.
Right.
Yes.
But then you were surprised and appalled that he would ever bring up your childhood trauma.
No, not that he would ever. It's the way he said it, and I've always maintained that. I said it's the way he said it. The way he
It doesn't matter how he said it. You said it first.
Okay, yeah, you're right, and I acknowledge that. But I also said it was the way in which he described that. You can say somebody was being abused, and that's it.
But you can't tell him how to say that. That's the part that you're not getting. You want him to monitor how he responds to your disrespect.
No, I
but then you can disrespect. But look, the way you just said Slim did, well, Slim, you did this, so it was warranted for me to go low with you. And he's telling you it's the way you said it. You're saying it doesn't matter. You started it first. Do you hear the hypocrisy?
No, I don't hear the hypocrisy.
Okay.
I just want to say that you have to understand that everybody's on different levels and vibrating on different frequencies, and everybody's definition of understanding is different, right? So you have to realize that when people communicate different, some people don't know how to communicate. So when you're trying to communicate with somebody and there can be no understanding reached, and the two people can't just come to an equal understanding, that you have to leave shit alone. And are you wasting your energy now by you still beating on, you know what I mean? You trying to still explain something, they'll never get it. And I think people do that. And that's when, you over explain yourself. And I'm just saying in general, this has nothing to do with anything that y'all.
No, but I told her this yesterday. I told her, AP, let it go, leave it alone. She still went on a 10-hour live yesterday.
Yeah.
But look, T-Time, this is what I'm saying. But hold on, AP, let me finish. Let me finish real quick.
That I could leave it was up to me though, right? You said it was up to me, yes or no?
Yeah, it was up to you, but I was telling you, AP, just let it go.
But AP and T-Time, let me say this to y'all. That's exactly what I just said. Just listen to what I just said right now. If you explained that to her T-Time, and she chose to do what she did, or she don't understand it, what more can you do?
That's what I'm saying.
That's why I let it go.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what any situation. And see the thing with TikTok. Look, let me say this.
Because you're going on a tour, right?
No, I'm not going on a tour. I'm not going on a tour.
You want people to defend you, or you want people to understand you.
Hold on. No, I'm not going on no tour. I'm not.
You're dragging. What I'm saying is you're dragging stuff.
But listen, hold on, y'all. Listen, this is what y'all ain't getting. But this is what y'all ain't getting. Even I understand both of what y'all saying, but this is what you got to get. Even if she does that, T, or whatever, there's going to be people who support her or not. And what I'm saying is, at what point is it that just you and her right now, this talk y'all have it, at what point do one of y'all be like, well, fuck it, I'm gonna let it go then. If she don't get it, she don't get it. You know what I mean? And then y'all might come back and hold a lot.
That's what I've done, but what I'm explaining to her is, I'm trying to, when more than one people saying the same thing, you got to start looking in the mirror. All these people can't be attacking you, right? So I didn't know about the Slim situation. Then you got the Kev situation. Then you got the Hope situation. And then we continue on. If more than one people are saying the same thing, that she was the first offender, or she did this, and then she did, but she's saying she's justifying her behavior, but refusing to be accountable for her part, she has to start seeing it. Everybody can't keep jumping to her offense.
Everybody's not jumping to my defense.
I'm gonna say this, y'all. I'm gonna step down.
Everybody's not jumping to my defense.
I just came up to make that
Everybody's
point.
not like what?
That's why
I just came up to make that point. Let me say this real quick, y'all. Look.
Wait, Omar. Let me say this because you came up and interrupted me. That's why they're not jumping to your defense, because it's repetitive. And you're wondering why people are not jumping to your defense,
or they're not.
Let me finish.
They're jumping to my defense, or they're not.
Let me finish. No, you do care. You called me back to back yesterday.
I didn't say I didn't care. You're not listening to me. That's not what I said. I said either they're jumping to my defense or they're not.
Allow me to finish. You can't expect everybody to jump to your defense if you keep doing this. Allow me to finish, please. You can't keep expecting everybody to jump to your defense if you're going to keep doing this shit over and over again with different people. At some point, people are going to see you are the problem.
Real quick, in between y'all speaking, I want to get this in. Hold on one second, T-Time. I want to get this in. Do not request to come up on this panel if you are not a creator that normally interacts with the people that are on this panel. If you don't normally talk to Omar, you don't normally get up on T-Time panel, you don't normally get up on AP's panel, you've never come up on mine, you will not be coming up today. So I'm going to save that so don't waste your time. If you have not been involved in any of the drama, you have not partaken in any of it, do not come up, because I'm not going to accept you today. I'm not bringing up new people. I'm going to go on ahead and go back on mute, let y'all finish. Please try to go one at a time.
Let me talk real quick, y'all. I'm gonna step down, AP and T, and I'm gonna let y'all talk because y'all got something else going on. I just came up to make that point. It had nothing to do with y'all specifically. But let me say this though. It gets to a point. It's like this, T. I understand what you're saying, but I myself, I've been guilty of the same thing, right? But it's also like this too, though. You got to remember, sometime it is you against the world, and you don't give a fuck what nobody talking about. It could be several people against you, and I don't mean that you're wrong or right, or you can be in the wrong. You get what I'm saying? So it gets to a point to where who's going to have the most level head and be like, you know what, this is it's a useless battle. It's a useless conversation. It's useless communication. That's what Kappa was saying earlier. Like somebody got to say fuck it and let it go. But some people, I mean, it may be 2 or 3 people that continue to drag it on forever. And that's all I'm saying. So you got to just really watch how much energy you disperse in certain areas, on certain people, on certain topics, on certain.
Hold on 1 second, Omar. Let me interject real quick in this. I seen the comment. He's always in women's business. You can't disrespect Omar over here. Omar comes over here. You don't like him. That's cool. But you won't disrespect him over here. You're not going to disrespect Tea Time. You're not going to disrespect AP. I understand making comments like AP. Listen, that's fine. You're not getting muted. You're not getting blocked. And I'm not muting or blocking you regardless. Don't come over here disrespecting nobody on my panel.
And to say I'm in women's business, I came up here to make a broad statement overall. And I fuck with Trip. This her page. And you got to remember, dumb motherfucker, 90% of my followers are women. I can't help it that I'm not going into these dumb motherfucking men's spaces that try to talk like they're intelligent and they smart and they ain't saying shit. If I'm not vibing, I'm not vibing. If I'm not feeling it, I'm not feeling it. I came up here because I've been in here the whole morning. So I came up here right now when everything cleared to talk about that. Tea Time just happened to request before me. Y'all say some of the dumbest shit on here. And then when a motherfucker get on your ass, when you hear this shit right here, and then I get on your ass and hold a whole live about you, you gonna look stupid. But I got too much money to make right now, so I ain't got time to drag you nobody motherfuckers. So like I said, y'all have a good one. You see how I just let that energy go? I gave it what I need to give it, and I'm gone. Y'all have a great day, and may karma instantly reveal itself in y'all lives. Have a good one.
All right. Yeah, I heard the screenshot too. APT, whichever one of y'all wanted to speak.
Nah, I mean, you know what? Tea Time can talk. I really don't have much more to say. I came up here. I'm not on a world tour. I came up here to give Trip the recap. Trip can even confirm that. Ain't nobody going on a world tour. Trip missed out what happened last night because we had already been talking last night. So it's a continuum of the conversation. It's not a world tour that I'm on. So that's fine if you want to think that, but you can talk with Trip about that if you want to do that. Okay, T? Cool.
And my observation are you are dragging it. So, and that's why she dropped. I feel like AP don't, and I told AP this myself, she lacks accountability. And it's only so much you can do when a person lacks accountability. She does not hold herself accountable at all. It's always an excuse. And it gets to the point where it's like, everybody, I can't keep sitting here trying to, it's like beating a dead horse. She can drag everybody as long as she wants, but when somebody come and tell her she wrong, now she want to run and go away. Like, that shit ain't cool.
My bad, I'm on mute. Okay, I understand what you're saying. If she didn't drop now, I won't sing my hand. I want people. I'm saying that. And what I'm saying is, hey, thank you, Shy Heart. Thank you, Stand On Business. I'm saying this. I don't have a problem with anybody, coming up speaking to her. This is not for you, T. For the comments, we don't do that over here. I don't know where y'all from or how y'all do it over there. We don't do that over here, though. You're not coming up. You're not about to talk about Tea Time. She on my panel. You're not about to talk about Omar. You're not about to talk about AP. To say AP don't listen is one thing. AP, you need to listen. BET, you ain't never been up on my live. You're not coming today. To say that she doesn't listen or you have an issue with her is fine. But to sit in the comments thinking you about to rank on, bother, irritate, agitate somebody, you're not going to do it to Slim. He up on my panel. Anybody that I allow up on my panel, you're not going to take time out of your day to disrespect them. And if you was up on my panel, I'm not going to allow anybody to take time out of their day and disrespect you. To have an opinion is one thing. Dragging it, talking about, she dragging it. You know what I'm saying? You're crossing the line of disrespect. We're not going to do that. And if you haven't been up on my panel, you're not coming up here. So don't think, oh, I done seen the larger creators go up there. I'm getting ready to go up there. No, you're not. No, you're not. This is not your time to shine. A lot of y'all small creators think that when you see things going on, you want to then come up to get involved in it. We're not doing that. So you're going to have to take that elsewhere. Wait till y'all go to another panel. But we're not doing that over here. Okay, just to be clear. Thank you, Shara. We're not doing that over here. So T-Time says she had words for AP. AP didn't drop at this point. That's cool. Yeah, a lot of them are fans, Gary. A lot of them are doing that, but they're not going to pull that over here. So T-Time, you can go ahead and finish what you had to say in regards to AP.
She ain't trying to listen. So I came up here, like, I've been watching this the whole weekend. I was sick. AP called me. She done throw my name out there multiple times, you know, and trying to allude, even with Hope, like your so-called sister even say, you know, like I just feel like that kind of shit is wrong. She puts stuff out there to lead to other people's, you know what I'm saying, understanding, and don't give clarity. Even her saying that, even tea time, me and tea time on the back end, tea time, like to make it seem like what it's not. And I just feel like she got to stop doing that, and she using it to her advantage. Even yesterday, where I told AP about Hope not disrespecting her, I had put her name on my backdrop when I was doing the live of recaps. And I texted her and I told AP, I said, your name on the recap list, just so you know. And I was like, but it's not gonna come up. OC just was mad because his name was on there, you and Hope wasn't. And she was like, do I need to come over? And I was like, no. You know, and I was like, but I did talk to Hope on the back end, and he said he's not gonna be going around disrespecting you or around disrespecting you. And when he went on Bella Live, she called me early in the morning. I was asleep. I wasn't even feeling good. She called me early in the morning like, I thought you said Hulk wasn't going to drag me. I said, what are you talking about? He's on Bella Live giving all the intimate details. And I'm like, okay, what he lying about? What happened? He didn't lie about anything, but he's giving our intimate details. I'm like, okay, all right, cool, right? I went back to sleep. I wake up, I start listening to it, and I hear her in there. And I hear what she say, then I hear him come back up, and I hear him say the SA thing. But I heard her say the stuff about his childhood and stuff like that as well. So she called me as soon as he said that. I didn't ask. Mind you, I was sick yesterday. I told her I was sick. Then she called me again. I'm like, hello, you hear that? I said, I did. She was like, that's wrong. I said, you did it first. But he shouldn't have did it that way. I said, AP, you can't run around here throwing people under the bus and then trying to monitor how he responds. But you say he wasn't going to drag me. I said, you know my stance on this. Everybody knows my stance on this. A person telling their side is not dragging you. He has a right to still tell his side. You called him an abuser. You said that he hit. You can't get mad at him now because he's telling his side and he's clearing his name. That's not cool. Well, it's just the way he did it. But how did you do it though? She just didn't want to take any accountability. And I kept telling her it was still wrong. Even when he said she brought it to TikTok first. I forgot about that. I forgot that she did go live in the gym. And she said, well, I only went live in the gym because we kept refusing to record it. I said, but AP, you don't have to go live to record shit. You went live because you wanted to. So you put it out there that y'all was fucking around first. Then I told her, I said, even when he came on your live, people missed that shit. It didn't reach the blogs or nothing. So 3 weeks later, you bring that shit to my platform, and now you mad that now all the shit coming out, you got to take that shit. Then she said, friends with attitudes was going to ask her to go on her live panel at 3:00. I said, AP, don't go on nobody's panel. Let it go. Because I told her, I said, if you keep dragging it, he's going to keep responding. You can't keep then monitoring how he responds. Let it go. I said, I'm telling you right now, if you go live and talk about him, I'm giving him a space to talk back. He's going to be able to be on my panel and respond, because you're not finna just keep dragging this man and then expect him not to respond. Because the first thing people say is a man sassy or a man on some woman shit when a man respond back to a woman disrespect. So I told her, I'm going to let him come on my platform and respond. Whatever you go live about and whatever you say about him, I'm going to create a space for him. She said, can I respond back? I said, no. It needs to stop. Then she goes on a 10-hour live yesterday, I was told today, and then back on here, and I'm like, and then going slim, like, it's live to live, like, let it go. They fucked around for 2 months. How the fuck is it this much shit?
And I gave both of them the opportunity to be able to speak their piece. And then man, this shit be crazy.
I told him where he went wrong, and anything before and after, like her giving him a key to her house, and I told her that too. I said, you want to sit there and talk about he told you that he slapped a woman, but you use that to your advantage because you still fucked with him after that. You still fucked with him. You gave him a key to your crib the first week you met him. So now all of a sudden he's an abuser, but you wouldn't think about that shit when he told you. That shit didn't matter. Like, we got to stop doing that shit. Using shit to our advantage to make it fit our narrative. I don't rock with that shit. I told him the same thing. Nigga, you shouldn't have took the key. Even when he told me, he said, she asked me to dominate. She asked me to do that. She told me, I need you to hold me accountable. I need you to step up. I need you to do this. I said, I don't give a fuck what she told you. Your dumb ass shouldn't have agreed to it. Because if a woman tell you, take charge like a man, do all this shit, and then you do that shit on the side where they mad, they gonna use that shit against you. So don't agree to no dumb ass shit like that. I don't give a fuck if she told you that's how she wanted you to treat her. You don't agree to that shit.
He even said he acknowledged that shit last night. He said he felt like that was one of his biggest mistakes, and even in the way that he did go about it, he could have did better.
Yeah, because I gave him a talking to. He took accountability. Once I broke it down to him and explained to him all the shit where he went wrong, he's like, I got it. You right. He took accountability for that shit. He made no more excuses.
See, I want to ask you something though. Just a real question. You remember when my little situation happened or whatever that you was like, you believe it?
Yeah.
That's the type of person I was dealing with for 10 years. That's why I was like, you believe in it, but that you.
That's why I was for that, because I do get that now.
Yeah, that's why I was hurt. I actually came. I was like, man, I don't even want to beef with you no more. We wasn't beefing, but I just was like, I don't fuck with you. But I don't think you realized that, like, who you was dealing with or who you was taking up for at the time when you was trying to take up for him.
Yeah, I agree. I understand, and I do understand when we don't have full context, we can take things, and that's why I try to stop doing that now, because it's been too many things that's happened where the context come out later and it's not what we think it is.
Yeah.
So I try to step back from that.
And I know part of it. Like, I apologize to you before, you know what I'm saying, for certain shit that I did. But I apologize to you for the things that I did, because I know it was fueled by a little bit of shit, you know what I'm saying, that our own little personal history, and that shit could have been that could have fueled it. But I apologize sincerely, you know, like, I've been on some different shit. Them apologies ain't fake, but if you've seen me in action and in traffic lately, I ain't telling people I'm sorry just because it looked good for the app.
I like the new road you taking. You doing, I like that. I'm actually proud of you. We ain't got to talk for me to be proud of you. I don't say shit bad about you.
I say the same shit about you though. I be happy for what you're doing. You growing, you shining over there. Feel me? I don't got a hating bone in my body. When you winning, I love to see black people win no matter what.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, like, and I do apologize for that. I could understand that hurt. I could understand if you, because I did see it happen when it happened on my platform. And I do believe if it did happen on my platform, it would have been a lot of narratives painted out about that man that wasn't even true. When she said he was stalking her and following her around, that shit wasn't cool. You get what I'm saying? Like, at some point, we as women, that's why we got to stop this believe all women shit, because a lot of women do paint a narrative and people believe it just because they're a woman, and that's not cool. That man was going to be painted to be a stalker and all of these things, and that wasn't what was happening. And had I not clocked that and caught that, she would have allowed that to happen, and she would have allowed that narrative to be painted. And I told her this too. I told AP, I said, you have a way of putting things out there and leaving it to other people understanding and not clearing it up, and that's not cool.
I ain't got nothing to do with what y'all talking about, but T, I'm taking you to court. I just want you to know that. Be ready to come to court.
I'm ready.
You ready? I'm taking you. You know why I'm taking you to court?
No.
For asking me if I had a crush on Blaze. You come to court, baby. And I got evidence for days. You don't even know who this is, do you?
Sorry, that was really funny though. I just want you to know. Okay, but I'm mute.
You know who this is?
Apple. I know who you is. I'm
Oh,
here.
okay. All right. Yeah. I'm taking
It
you to
was
court,
actually
sister.
funny if you see the laughing
It was
emoji.
not funny. It was not funny.
It
And I was
actually,
very upset
I'm
over
sorry.
it. I'm still upset. I'm losing sleep. I can't breathe. My chest hurt. Bella, not this weekend, but next weekend for Drag Talk. I'm telling you, because I'm going to present my stuff on Drag Talk. And
I
then,
was reading,
hold on.
but Kappa, it wasn't me. It was a Cash App question.
I don't care. I'm taking you and your Cash App to court. So get ready to run them receipts, baby. But that's
That's
all I wanted to
crazy.
say. I'm going to listen. It's a
I
good
still love
conversation.
you. I still
They
I
love
said
love
you
you.
you
had a
too,
crush on
sweetheart. I
Blazy
love you
Poo.
too.
Uh
This one, the one underneath you said that. So I'm
Not
taking her little
Blazy
butt to
Poo.
court. Yeah, Blazy Poo. Next gonna be Speaky Poo. All right,
oh
I'm
my
dropping y'all.
Oh God. But yeah, I don't know. This whole situation is blowing me. What the hell? Who car doing that? Sorry.
Yeah, that's the harmful shit that sometimes happens. People don't be realized like I don't think AP a bad person. I think she just really don't care to listen to nobody. You know what I'm saying? And after a while, like that, if you continue in that energy shit, that's just who you are. And you not being willing to listen to anybody, the people that's close to you, the people that fuck with you. Know what I'm saying? People that's actually trying to like talk to you with reason and not belittle or demean you. And you only, every time you hear something, you're on defense. At some point in time, you got to bag up and realize you may need to step back. You know what I'm saying? You may need to look at yourself because you can't keep having the same issues with everybody and everybody else is attacking you.
And that's what I was trying to tell her. I was just trying to explain to her, like, and this is off the app. And the only reason why I'm bringing off the app conversation on the app is because she kept saying it yesterday in all the lives. Even Tea Time said this off on the back end. So it's like she keeps saying that as if I said one thing in this way, and that's not fair because it's making it look like I'm shady to Hulk. I'm not shady to neither one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like I was told, she was like, even your so-called sister, believe me. And it's like, don't do that. Don't do that. Because if you saying you was afraid I was going to take a side and you see that I'm fair, don't then use my fairness to your advantage. Don't use me being fair to your advantage and throwing it at somebody else as a slight. Like your sister even said this. Your sister did this. That's not cool. Because now it's making it look like I'm being shady. But I told him the same thing that I told her. You know what I'm saying? And I told her, you wrong too.
I'm gonna lie, I seen some of the shit that where he was wrong, but I also know what it's like to deal with somebody that act like that, man. That shit ain't the easiest. It'll bring the worst out of the best nigga. The worst out of the best nigga, because you can't do shit in a relationship. You damned if you do, you damned if you don't. You did what she said she did, now they calling you abuser. You don't do what she said, what she asked you to, then you weak. You really can't win in them situations. The only thing you could do is not fuck with them.
Right. And that's what I told. I said, both of y'all have left it alone. Y'all both made the best decision, right? Y'all ended it. So that was the best decision. Y'all didn't drag it for 6-7 more months. Nothing. Y'all both ended it. So why are we still doing this? Why are we still
Okay.
doing this?
Okay, hold on. So I get what y'all saying. Tea Time, your concern is in regards to her using you as a reference and spiting Hope. Slim, your issue with her is something completely different. Y'all are both agreeing that y'all say she does not listen, she does not pay attention. Now she's dropped down from the panel. Slim, I know you had said you was going live. I think that was beautiful. I heard y'all two making up your, hey, appreciate that. Good things going on the app. Good things going on the app. Slim, did you have anything else that you were trying to add in regards to Tea Time? Or because I don't want to
Nah.
sit up and talk about, I like her. I don't want to sit up and
I don't want to talk about it either,
I
but
respect
where
that.
she
I
feel
respect
like
that.
she's being bullied and is really Because if somebody's trying to get you to understand something and you're not hearing them, if 4 or 5 other people come in and they start screaming it, it's not gonna make you better understand it. Do y'all get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Trip, you got to understand too. My name been said on all of these. Why I ain't been there, right? Ain't nobody
Okay.
stopping. Ain't nobody.
Tea time, you know you be there. You just
No,
don't
I'm
be there.
saying
But
I ain't been in the box, right?
right.
So
Okay.
ain't nobody stopping it because she's here. She ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So everywhere, my name is being thrown in it, and ain't nobody say, "Well, Tea Time ain't here. Stop using Tea Time name. Wait till Tea Time get here. Wait till nobody." So now with
Yes,
Tea
it
Time
is still
speak,
going on my panel,
so
Hoover.
so
How
when
you doing? Welcome in.
so when Tea Time speak, and she decide to remove herself. Now let's stop. No, that shit ain't cool because my name been thrown in it every way, and I still ain't saying nothing. But then as soon as
Okay.
I come up, because she know I'm not folding. Now you leave. No, that's not cool though. Trip. Cause
Okay, I
ain't
see what you're
nobody say
saying.
one time. Let's stop. You know, Tea Time ain't here to defend herself. Tea Time ain't like so. Let's not talk about tea. Let's not bring tea in it. Ain't nobody saying that.
Trip, you have a stubborn, you stubborn as hell. So you be having to figure out like, you be like, I like her. And
Yeah.
then like motherfuckers is telling you like, your ass will fuck around and be next. Know what I'm saying? Cause
No.
for some reason out the blue, when you start seeing this shit, you be like, God damn, okay, well I fuck with you, but now I'm starting to see this shit my damn self. And when you start saying something, it's gonna be the same shit. Like, nah, it's not people bullying. Know what I'm saying? It's really more so like, shit, people addressing what has been saw. Like it for some of y'all like I don't know how long T been knowing her, but I was knowing her before she made it to that side of TikTok. Like before she made it over there with Kev, and then she made it to T Time. I knew her before that, and it was the same shit then.
Okay.
Like everywhere you go, you get into it with somebody, or you have a problem with somebody because of the way that you come off, and then you try and play the victim, but you be coming at people with bulldog energy. Like, know what I'm saying? Like you go. You can't do that and then cry victim.
Understood.
But this is all I'm saying. This is my part, and then I can be done with it. When we tell AP she wrong, okay, what we gonna do about it? What we gonna do about it? Dismiss it. But then she would drag a
Okay.
person to the dirt. So why is it
Okay.
that when it comes to what you doing wrong, you can't hear it, but you can drag a person for their wrong to the end, to the filth? Right? Okay. We got that part. Move on. We got that. We understand that. Move on. You remember last
Okay.
time we was up here and I was like, but AP, you said the man stalked you. Okay, we already classified that. Can we move now?
I do
No, let's go
recall.
back
Yeah.
because let's stand here. But she doesn't want to stay there on the part that she does wrong. She, even if I wouldn't have came up here that day, Trip, she would have
Yeah.
let you believe that man was stalking her.
So yes, I'm not gonna to deter. I won't be a liar for her just because I like her. I do agree. We were on the panel. You did have to put emphasis that she was not physically being harmed. She was referring to him following her around on the app.
But he
Yes.
wasn't. That's not what happened. That's what I kept trying to tell you. Like, even then, he never followed her around on the app. And had I not cleared that up, people would have thought he was stalking her. That's not what happened. But she let it sit there instead of saying, "Nah, Trip, no, he didn't follow me around, but I misspoke." If I wouldn't have came up, she would have let you say it.
Yeah.
She let you say it 3 times. That's why I came up. That's why I came up today.
And we all know TikTok don't work like this. Some of us just frequent the same spaces. And don't nobody be knowing what live you in when they get there.
He was only in my live.
Oh, then that's different. Like,
He
come
came
on.
in my panel first. The 3 times that he came in my panel, she came after him. How is he stalking her? She requested up after he requested up.
Come on now. How
If
can
you trying to get away from a person, you're not finna be jumping in the panel with them. You know what I'm saying? You just gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna move around.
how can that be stalking if not like you his sister? Where he supposed to go? He supposed to not come to your live when you there?
Right. That's what I told her. But again, he was in my panel first.
Yeah.
Then
I mean,
she
even
came
if it was the
second.
other way around, shit, like I'm not gonna we gotta be grown at some point. Like we can exist in the same space without having to get into it if we gonna be adults about this shit.
Right, but he never have. Like, when AP in my panel, he don't request up.
Mm-hmm.
He don't. And he'll be there, but he won't request up. But she say he pick with her in the comments. Okay, cool. Like, and no, I don't always catch the comments, so I can't say she lying. Right? I can't say she lying. But I've never known him to do that. Okay, she said he did it. Cool, he did it. But I just don't feel like, I feel like after all the stuff that's being said, I don't believe that that's how it went. Even Kappa was telling her that. Like, and I told her this yesterday. I said, and this is, I'm not telling y'all nothing that I ain't tell her. And like I said, the only reason why I'm bringing it to the public is because she's been saying my name, but not being honest to what I've actually told her. So it's not going, you can't just sit here and act like T-Time been so in support, but, and not tell them the stuff that I told you is wrong too. That's not fair. Because you putting it one way that T-Time said this, but you're not telling them exactly what T-Time said. That's not cool. So I told her yesterday, I said, you not as tough as you portray to be. You sit here and you go off on people, but when people go back off on you, you can't take it.
Yep. And that's what happened when people try and play tough. That rah-rah voice, that shit come with a certain amount of response, and you not prepared for the response, so you think that people are attacking you. Coming at people the way you come at people, you think that that's just you being yourself. Nah, baby, that shit put people on edge. Put people in the space to where they want to fight back. And then
I
you
think,
think,
Slim, I don't mean to cut you off. I think that's what Kappa was saying earlier when she said, if you are making these comments to people, it's okay to come out like that, but then you have to be willing to stand on that.
Right.
You have to be willing to, when you are telling people it's F your kids, or I'm going to speak on your kids, or I'm going to speak on your deceased relatives, you have to, at that point in time, be prepared to stand on it's F them and however they come in behind that. So I do agree with you guys on that. If you know what I'm saying? If you do talk like that, you cannot expect other people to then have to come to your defense. You need to be able to stand on all 10 against whoever.
mm-hmm.
And I told her that yesterday.
If most people start handling people the way that they would handle them in real life, a lot of this shit would be stopped. It would stop.
Yep.
Cause majority of these people wouldn't say half the shit that they would have. They had the nuts to say on this motherfucking internet to a person in real life. But the fucked up part is this world smiled in a bitch. This world smiled in a bitch. You never know when you gonna bump into somebody, woman or man. You never know when you gonna bump into somebody, and some of y'all out here saying shit that can get your head knocked off, and you just out here going to the store lolly-dotty, you know what I'm saying? But motherfucker took that shit to heart, and they catch your ass lacking, and boom, now your ass in some shit all over you just being disrespectful for no fucking reason.
Yeah, it's too much, and it's just getting too far, and that's why I keep telling her just leave it alone, let it go, because the reaction and response, like right now, look at where it is. Now I'm speaking up. So now it's going to look like T-Time attacking you. But T-Time already told you, let it go. So it's only so much a person going to keep being quiet, right? So now you keep talking about it. Now, because it's not really a lot, you're dragging it, right? So as you dragging it, you're adding little elements. You keep throwing my name in there. You keep throwing stuff in there to make it fit, right? So now people going to start saying shit. People going to start speaking up. Now I'm speaking up. Now it's going to be like, damn, no. Because at some point, I'm not finna keep sitting around letting you use me as a scapegoat. I'm not finna keep being quiet. Now, I'm gonna speak up because at some point, you gotta hear what's being said. I've been used as a scapegoat. My name been called out I don't know how many times. And that's not right.
Okay, now I'll drop. You guys have a beautiful and amazing day.
Y'all too. Anything else, Trip? I know that's uncomfortable. I'm trying not to drag it. I was hoping she wouldn't have dropped, but I do feel like it's just at some point, I don't know.
So at this point, I think Slim said that Hawk said he won't be getting back on the app for some time. So at this point, I think that should I told Slim, I said, maybe nobody else then at this point. I said, Hawk doesn't come over here, but I said,
in regards to AP, the only way we can resolve it as outside creators would be to stop platforming them when they're discussing each other. Platforming them, fine. When they start discussing each other, shut it down immediately, especially because they're not, at this point, it doesn't sound like they're looking for resolution based off of what they've said to each other. She mentioned his adoption. He mentioned some essay. I'm like, I don't think there's a comeback from that. And I feel like if we bring them up and we're just allowing them to go at it, like, what is it really
That's
contributing?
because she wants to keep, she's not going to stop, Trip. Because even yesterday when I told her, she said, well, is there a way that you can mediate off the app? I said, for what? She wants to be mediate between him and her. I'm like, why does there need to be mediation? Just stop talking about it. She's like, well, there ain't no resolving. I'm going to keep talking. So she's going to
Hold
keep
on
doing
now,
it.
because that ain't what she, okay.
Yeah, she
okay.
asked me, she said, is there a way that you can mediate then off the app between me and him? I said, absolutely not. What is there to mediate?
If you don't normally come up on my panel, please stop requesting. I'm not bringing anybody up here that doesn't normally come, and I may not have an issue with you, but if you don't normally come up here, you're not coming up here because you see Tea Time, you're not coming because you see Slim, you're not coming because you say AP. So please don't request if the situation doesn't have anything to do with you.
Yeah, she asked me to mediate off the app. I told her no. You know what I'm saying? So I said, the best way to do this, AP, is to just stop talking about it. He's not going to talk about it no more if you don't keep saying. He's going to keep responding if you drag his name. I'm telling you, I told her. I said, so if you keep dragging that man's name, he gonna keep clearing his name. You can't expect the person to be quiet all the time. So I told her the best way to go about it, AP, just stop talking about it. I said, you don't have to stop. But if you don't stop, then he's going to respond. And I told her, I will provide the platform for him to respond. I'm telling you, Trip, I will provide the platform for him to respond. Because at the end of the day, that man don't even really be, when that shit happened with them, when OC tried to get him to talk about it, he refused. When he was responding on his own live, people got on his live and like, you bigger than that. And I told him this too. When he went live that day, after AP went live and called and said he smacked his baby mama, she
You're
told you
referring
that.
to the Jarheans? I mean, the Genuvians?
Huh? What'd you say?
Oh, go ahead. T.
When she went live that day and came on your live and talked about him smacking that girl, right? She didn't tell you the details of that shit. She said that shit on live, right? He went live. 2 women came in his live and told him to shut it down because he was bigger than that. I told him that shit wrong. You got a right to respond. Why the fuck everybody think because you a man, you can't respond? Because you a man, you don't got no feelings. You got a right to fucking respond. You have a right to tell your side of the story. You have the right. So when she got mad yesterday, I told her the same thing. I said if my ex-husband right now was to say I'm finna go live and tell people about me and Tea Time relationship, he has every right to do so. I don't give a fuck how long we've been divorced. If he decides to wake up today, and I told her this over the phone, if he decides to wake up one day out the blue and say, I'm finna tell my side in my marriage, who the fuck am I to be like, why are you still talking about it? Why you bringing it up? When anytime I get a chance, I explain, because it's my experience. It's his experience too. So you mad because he brought up intimate details that you left out conveniently? No, you're not going to tell nobody this man had a key to your house after the first week. No, you're not going to tell nobody that you told him to dominate you. No, you're not going to tell nobody that shit because it's not going to look good on your behalf. So yes, that shit matters for him. So why can't he tell his part? So I told her, the best thing you could do is quit talking about it. I said, just think about it. Give it a couple days. I told her this. She said, my page is being right now. I said, maybe that's God trying to tell you just to chill out for a minute. Just give it some time, process it. You know what I'm saying? She said, okay. I said, if you decide to do it, it's on you. I got her page back and went live. Cool. That's on you. Then I find out he did what I told her he was gonna do. He went on Slim Panel. Then what she do? She went on Slim Panel. It's going to keep going because she's going to keep, as long as she keep dragging it, he's only responding, Trip.
So you saying that basically this man, he's not trying to start it. He's just getting, basically you're saying she take a tag. So then he's saying he take a tag. And she's saying, well, if you tag back after I didn't tag you, then I'm going to tag again. So we continue switching it back and forth.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what I told her yesterday. Think about it, Trip. It was 3 weeks they was done when he came on that live.
Mm-hmm.
That was 3 weeks before my live happened. Nobody would have known about them. And I told her this. I said, AP, you got away free. Because even though he came on your live, nobody was talking about it in the TikTok streets. I said, not even a fucking vlog pages caught it. So you really skated through. So if it wasn't for you bringing it up, telling it on my platform, nobody would have really knew y'all fucked around like that.
Yeah.
All of them details would have never came out.
I get what you're saying. I do get what you're saying. I think Slim he touched on it too. He was like, Trip, I get it. You have a soft spot for allow AP to, kind of get busy with her own battles. Doug, one thing, so granted, I completely get what you're saying in regards to Hawk. And I don't know Hawk, I had to Google him when they said she got into it with him. I didn't know who he was. But in regards, then it rolled over to the Kev thing because I saw that when she started getting into it with him, it was like when she started getting into it with Hawk, it was like it was rolling over to the Kev thing, and Kev was using that as his opportunity to take digs and take. And I'm like, you can't do that. Like, I didn't see you didn't ask this woman to be dropped from Bella Panel. You over here, you don't ever be on Tea Time page, but you over here trying to get subscriptions over here to start. You know what I'm saying? So that you can weigh in when she going at it with somebody else. That's the only one that I had necessarily, said I didn't like. Yeah. With Slim, I said. Slim had told me he had her blocked. And I like Slim and I like AP equally. I said, Slim, don't, I was saying something like, let her over there one day. And he's like, I got AP blocked. And I'm like, well, hold on, you can't let her over. He like, no. And he never, up until today, I had no idea why Slim did not like AP. I just knew that they did not get along. When he expressed today what was stated, I said, now look, I'm a disrespectful person. I will talk about mothers, kids, whatever. But I also understand how it affects somebody when their mother, kid, etc. is talked about. So if you're doing that, I understand that this man is stating now you're not welcome on his platform. And granted, AP is not, she didn't want to go over there. But granted, the more information that comes out, you are aware. And I'll stand corrected. Like with him, I was like, hold on now, Slim. Had I known that, that would explain why you stated, she was blocked. And why I probably wouldn't be letting her back up on my platform. When it comes to AP and Kev, I still think that Kev is in the wrong because of how he's coming at her. I still haven't heard a direct reason on why he doesn't like her. I've just heard him discussing her body. And I'm like, if you don't like her, say you don't like her and stand on why. Don't wait until she into it with somebody else and then charge her up. And you don't want to
I was told, somebody told me that the reason why, because I didn't know either. But somebody told me the reason why Kev the Comic was going so hard too is because when they did have it out, she did the same thing. She called him an abuser, a woman beater. And I know he did have some past thing with his wife or whatever. So she threw that into it. And this is why I feel like we as women fuck up. We take those things because it pulls on people's emotional heartstrings.
Okay.
Right? So, I'm going to say you an abuser. I'm going to say you this. I'm going to say you that. Because then we know it pulls on people's heartstrings.
Right.
So I don't know the whole context, but somebody told me the reason why Kev was that because she threw all of that stuff out there, calling him a beater and all that stuff. And again,
well, she did that though.
So stuff while you was fucking with him though.
They have informed me though that Kev came on live. They said and expressed that about himself. He had told the people that
so
he
here's
had
the
been
thing, AP. Don't use shit on me when you get mad. You knew this shit about me when you was fucking with me.
Okay.
You knew I had a domestic situation. You didn't stop fucking with me because you just found this out. You threw this out there because you stopped fucking with me. That's the shit that I'm saying. That's the shit that she did with Ho. You threw out the fact that he slapped somebody after y'all stopped fucking around. It was convenient. Because it was then, even yesterday we was on the phone. I was like, he's clearing his name of being an abuser. It's gonna come out. I said, what's gonna come out? Abuser.
Yeah.
How is gonna come out? I said he hit you? No, he didn't hit me. I said, so what you mean it's gonna come out? More people are gonna come out. I said, so you know he hit somebody? No. no, he didn't. I said, but why say it's gonna come out then? You get what I'm saying? It's
Wait,
shit
but I
like
thought
that.
she said that he said, we talking about the hoax situation, right, T?
Yeah, it's just stuff like that. Because when we was talking, she was like, I said, he's clearing his name. You called him an abuser. Well, it's going to come out.
But I thought
It's
she
gonna come
said
out.
that he did swing on his baby mama. Said something about the baby mama
He
hit the
said,
child and he hit the baby mama.
right. So, but she knew that though.
Okay.
She still fucked with him. So you conveniently used that when it came to your defense of him yelling at you. You get what I'm saying? He told you he hit a woman. You didn't say, okay, I'm not gonna fuck with you. You still fucked with him.
Right.
So much that he had a key to your house after you knowing he hit a woman. Right? So then when it fits your narrative, now you want to throw it out there. Now I can see if he hit her. Did she say he hit me? You know what I'm saying? But he didn't even put his hands on her. So you throwing something in his face that he told you in confidence a long time ago, and you still chose to accept it. You still chose to understand it. But then when you get mad at me, now you call me an abuser. Like it's like make it make sense. And she did the same thing with Kev. Now that we into it, you gonna throw all my shit at me. Is that how you really felt about me the whole time? So why was you fucking with me then? Why was you my moderator? Why was you in my lives? You knew my story. Why wait till we into it to now say I'm an abuser?
I'm here. I'm listening to you. I'm at work. But I get what you're saying. Don't wait until Mad Day to bring it up. If it's something you don't agree with, stand on that and separate before we get to an issue.
Right. And that's what I told her yesterday, because she was like, that's what she was like, it's going to come out. I was like, Hope trying to defend himself from you calling that man an abuser. What is going to come out anyway, what he's trying to clear his name for is going to come out. I said, what's going to come out? I said, he hit you? She said, no, he didn't hit me, but I'm just saying, like, we don't know who else he's abused. I said, so why you going to say it's going to come out? Like, you know he hits. You get what I'm saying? Like, you act like the man been running around beating on women. You don't know he hasn't. I said, I don't know he hasn't, and I don't know he has, so why would I say it's going to come out? It's just stuff like that.
I get what you're saying. Being unbiased in the situation, I get what you're saying. Yeah, if it's something that you don't agree with, stand on it beforehand. Don't hold it in until after. And you're saying that it'll make somebody look at you different if they realize that you wait until you get upset with people to speak on what's really bothering you, instead of saying this is bothering me right then and there.
Yeah, and I don't think it's right, Trip, for me as a woman to tell you, hey, I want you to take charge. I want you to get on my ass. I want you to, you know what I'm saying? I want you to get aggressive with me. As soon as a nigga get aggressive with you, oh, you're an abuser.
Let me
That
add
shit
some
ain't cool.
let me add some context to what y'all experiencing with the don't believe women first. Y'all got to remember that it's a lot of women for many, many years that was explaining about stuff that their significant others was doing to them, and they weren't believed. Mm-hmm. So now, as with human nature, we've made a knee-jerk reaction and we went totally the other way. So now when a woman comes to the internet and say, I need to tell a story about this man, they no longer say, oh, he's the pastor, he wouldn't do that. Oh, he's a teacher, he's the good guy. They don't do that anymore. And it's a protection measure. And there's always, and this is, I'm not talking about AP.
Right, I get what you're saying.
Always going to be women out here that exploit the pain and the trauma that other women had to endure to use it for whatever reason. Case in point, Polisa, who run around this app for 2 years saying that these people have did this to her but have yet to file a police report or follow through with a police report. You're always going to have those women. So what I've learned, because listen, I've been played when I first got on this app. I never thought I would run across women that is like that gets supported. I've had it happen to me dead in my face 3 times. So although I will not attack a survivor, I do still be like, nah, you can't believe every woman. And that's sad because now we're going back the other way. And it's sad. And it's sad because nobody wants to look like a fool. And I've supported women that lied and said CPS was called on them. Women that lied and said somebody did something to them, find out they lying, they ain't went to nary police or nothing, no proof, no evidence, just all lies.